All right, we on? Testing, testing, testing. You can hear me? Good morning, everyone. You guys can't see Michael, but Michael's got this fancy thing here holding the camera. And I was thinking to myself that, this is our 95th episode. We got to step up our game. We need to start having some higher tech gear here as we build our shows, moving into the 100th episode coming up. We need to do something fun for the 100th episode. But let me start off with welcome everyone to the 95th episode of the Coin Market Koi Marketplace. Thank you for joining us. Today is Saturday. What's today's date? I forgot my watch today. Today is Saturday the 11th, and it's in the 50s right now. The temperature is a little bit cooler. We were in the store before. It was very, very warm, so we had to actually come out here. It's been a little bit of a crazy week, guys. You guys know that. Has anyone joined on? Six people. We had a little bit of a technical issue this getting started before, but we're all good now. So, good morning, everyone. How's it going? It's been a rough month or so. I told you guys that my father passed away in October, and I've been back and forth to Florida, just helping my mom out, just trying to just kind of pick up the pieces. And my dad was a collector of a lot of things, and quite honestly, they're just things that you're just not going to hold on to. And so we've been meeting with various experts in different fields to sell his various collections of stuff. So I just got back from Florida last night. And it was a very hectic week, and my dad was a collector of various things through the years. Obviously, he was a car builder, and we had lots of cars at one time. He sold off all his cars, but he's an avid collector of Lionel trains, and we're actually meeting with some people he literally has thousands of trains that we now need to sell. And he was the largest collector of Japanese Ningyo dolls in the world. Literally thousands of these dolls. You'd have to look it up. Look up Ningyo doll, Ningyo, Ningyo. And so we met with an expert on Ningyo dolls. Actually, quite honestly, it was a gentleman that sold all the dolls to him many years ago. And so he went to come and pick up all these dolls, and he's going to be selling them over the next couple of years. And my dad had all this Japanese art, so like 70 Japanese woodblock prints, and so we had an expert come out and take a look at all that stuff, and it was just a lot to deal with. I'd much rather have him here than not be here, but he's not here anymore, and my mom is a bit overwhelmed with everything, and so anything we can do to help, we're trying to help. Anyway, so I'm back, and the guys look like they spent some time cleaning up around here, so it looks cleaner and more organized. Michael, you guys spent some time working around. Thank you for doing that. So it definitely looks like it's cleaned up a little bit. We got to do something with that speaker. That's an outdoor speaker. Why should that rust like that? That shouldn't happen. It's kind of crazy. We're working on a few things here, and we've talked about it. Nothing has actually gotten started in the front here yet. Last week we went, I think I told you we're doing this really cool outdoor living room space up at the top, and we partnered with this company that's going, and I will make an announcement for the company soon as we get started. I don't want to say anything until we actually get started. But Mike Verone and I went to the yard to pick out block for the patio, so I'm excited about that, and the walls that are going in, and they're supposed to get started on that next week. Is that actually going to happen? I don't know. My fingers are crossed. We'll see. But I'm pretty excited for that to happen. And then once that goes in, that's really going to set the level for everything else that we need to build in this area out front here. So once that platform is put in, then everything else around here is going to start, is going to build off of that level. So we have the big pond going in, and we have a whole bunch of water features that are going in here. Really, really, really excited about that. We're going to be redoing this area over here. We have a pretty cool idea of what we're going to do. These stairs are coming out. I think we're gonna build up this area over here. This whole area, that structure is coming down. All this stuff is gonna come out of here. All these stairs are coming out of here. We're gonna put a new stairway up in here that's going to step back into the aquatic plant area up here. And over here is gonna be our fountain area. Okay, so we're gonna build up a large area here, and it's basically be one giant box with a whole bunch of water features in this area. So I'm pretty excited about that. You'll be able to step up and walk through and see all the different water features functioning in that area. I thought it was a great idea. Al from Sound Shore Ponds came up with that idea, and that's going to be great. And then in the back area over here, we do have something planned as well. I'm not going to say what it is yet because you can kind of see. So we've been doing everything in phases. So this whole area, the front area and this whole area are getting worked on next. We ripped up the block. We ripped down one of the two greenhouses. The other greenhouse is going to be coming down too. We have to extend our parking back there. And then we have this whole area, which you can see, it's nice and shady over here. We're going to do our aquatic plant area in this front area here. So there's a flagpole right there. I don't know what that pole actually is. What is that pole for? Is that like a lightning rod? That big one right there. So some kind of lightning rod of some kind. I'm not really sure. Or could have, I have no idea. But so from about there, the back door is right there. From there back, this whole area is going to be the aquatic plant area. We'll have a nice little arbor here that says aquatic plants, this way. So a nice welcoming thing taking you to this area over here. So it'll be a nice shaded area for all of our plants. And then the fountain area is going to be over here. What we do in front here, we're still working on. We're still working on ideas. This whole area is going to be taken up with the company that's going to be moving in here. So we're excited about that too. We should be meeting with him soon. Lots of things. Today, I wasn't sure. I mean, you know what, guys? It's a transition between being in season and being out of season. We can talk more about. Let's go inside and we'll talk about more about what's going on. And then I think we're going to concentrate on fish today. What do you think about that, Mike? Mike is nodding his head. Do you want to say good morning, everyone, Mike? Let's say good morning. Good morning. How many people are on? You have 21 on. 23 people are on. Good morning, everyone. So, come on in. It's funny, like over the years, I've collected so many books, and my wife is like, why do you have all these books in the house? So I took all the books that I had in my library and brought them back to the store to sell them. There's just so many, I have so much stuff. If anyone's looking for any koi books, I have plenty of books. Let me know. So the store, guys, I am constantly trying different things and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. This whole area here came out really nice, but the bottom line is I'm not really an aquarium guy versus a pond guy, and we are still going to sell goldfish, but as cool as all this came out, it's a big pain in the butt. Okay, the guys are cleaning these tanks almost every single day, And I don't want the guys spending their time on that. So this entire thing that we built here is getting ripped down, getting rid of it. If anyone is interested in all of this here, it's all for sale. Best offer. Yeah, I'm not trying to make any money on it. I'd like to at least make back what I put into it. But best offer here. Just if you're interested in these tanks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. We have 24 of the smaller tanks, and we have what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 6 of the larger tanks. And I think these are what? These are 40-gallon tanks, and these guys are 20-gallon tanks. So if anyone is interested in all this stuff, you want to build this whole thing in your basements, I got it for you. Now, we're offering best offer because whoever wants this is going to have to take it all down. But, if you're interested, give me a call, 516-547-0164. Anyone commenting? Nobody's commenting. And then we're going to redo this area here. I like the sturgeon tank here. And I love the sturgeon. You guys know I love the sturgeon. But, quite honestly, we didn't sell a lot of them. So I am going to lower the price. These guys were going for $300 for the small guys. As of today, if you guys are interested in these for the show, I will do them for $100. What do you think? I'll do them for $175 each. So $175 each on the sturgeon. These guys are anywhere from 10 to 12 inch. For $175 each, they were $300, so it's $125 off on them. So if anyone's interested, let me know. What media am I using for the bead filters? So we're using a mixture of 2 different media. It's a proprietary media. So we use a mixture of a ball and a very small donut-shaped media. And we mix the 2 of them together so I get the best of both mechanical and biological filtration. So these filters are custom built for koi market. Here, you take a look. So we've sold a lot of bead filters in the last couple of months. We've sold and installed quite a few. So this is a 6 cubic foot 3-inch bead filter. I don't have the media over here. We can run over to the storage box to grab some, but you can see on the inside here, all the internals here are custom made. So we've dealt with a lot of different types of internals. So take a look in there. So this is a custom slotted pipe internal, and here I can show you actually what it looks like. This is the one that we found works best for our needs. So these are all custom cut so that the media will not get in between, stuck in between them. And that's one of the issues that we had with other types of diffusers. So in this one here, this is a custom. There's a lot of plumbing in here. This is a 6 cubic foot, and it's a 3-inch system. So you can see this is a 3-inch low head multi-port, which means you can push a lot of water through this system. With a 1 horsepower Artesian Pro, obviously depends on a lot of factors, but yeah.
Upflow or downflow?
Upflow. So that's a good question. So we got to, oh my God, it's so hot. I'm like sweating my ass off. You know what?
And then you'll have a follow-up question.
Okay. We're going to take this off. Koi market. More koi market shirts. I have a lot of koi market shirts. You guys hear me okay? Did I turn anything off? It's all good. I'm going to stand in front of this fan here because I'm sweating. It's very warm in here. So a lot of customers ask, oh, can't I just take a pool filter and use that? Well, is that a pool filter body? Absolutely. It came from the pool industry and it was converted. The difference between a bead filter and a pool filter is a pool filter is downflow. Okay, water is coming in, sand is sitting at the bottom, or diatomaceous earth, or whatever you have at the bottom, is sitting at the bottom, and the water is going down, and it's pushing through, and it's sucking through. The diffusers at the bottom are sucking the water down through it. Okay, in a bead filter, completely opposite. The media is actually floating inside the filter, so it's all upflow. The water is coming up through the bottom, and it's coming up and it's getting sucked out the top. So the top diffusers are pulling the water through, and everything is getting stuck in between it. There is an open void at the bottom. So if this is your bead filter here, okay, you're going to have the bottom is a void, okay, and you're going to have diffusers at the bottom. Water is coming in and water is coming up, and then your diffusers at the top are sucking everything through that. That way, when you blow air through, all of that media is actually mixing, okay, it's breaking apart, and then you can get it out through your waste and your rinse and your backwash cycle. So completely different, and the multi-ports are completely different too. The multi-ports are opposite. The multi-ports are designed for upflow, not downflow, so everything is actually opposite in it. So we get calls from people all the time, oh, I tried to use this pool filter and it's not working. Why isn't it working? Well, it's not working because it can't work the way it's currently designed. You have to have a filter that's designed specifically for floating media. So I hope I kind of answered your question and added to that at the same time.
Somebody else was asking a Baki shower overview.
Baki shower overview, sure. So I only have 2 of these systems left, and this one actually has 1 extra tier because I only used a couple of tiers over there. But this is our custom-made system, and like I said, I only have 2 of these left. Check this out. This is the top tier. Actually has Koi Market right on the top there. So I really didn't like the way water was being diffused out, so we came up with this design, and as you can see, this is a 2-inch inlet on a union. I have to unscrew the union. Okay, plumb right into that. Water gets teed out into 2 2-inch diffusers where the water gets spread out over the media as it drops in. So this is the top tier. And then the middle tiers are much more basic. It's basically just open. So media is going to stand, and the debate over how media should go in still goes on. But if you talk to the manufacturer that made these for us, they make Baki showers, for a lot of companies. They prefer to have the media standing. So each piece would be standing. It'd literally fill up the entire thing. And you would actually use a lot more media in the box that way than you would actually ever written down somewhere how much media goes into each size of these. And we have if we get another shipment in, a 28-inch, a 38-inch, and a 60-inch model. And right now I have a 28-inch, which is the one you're looking at right now, and I have a 38-inch left. And I don't actually have any media because, quite honestly, I use the media myself for my own stuff. I have to order more media. But I wasn't ordering any more media unless I actually ordered some more filters.
So, Scott Janko asked a follow-up question. How much are the bead filters and how many gallons are they rated for? There's no prices on the bead filters on your webpage. They're actually missing altogether.
Yes, I don't have them on there. And one of the reasons for that is we're redoing the website, and I just haven't put them up there. We actually have the pricing here. So on a 2.5, you're looking at $2259.95 for a 2.5. Is this a 4.25? This is a 4.25. So a 2.5 is for ponds up to 5,000 gallons. A 4.25 is for ponds up to 10,000 gallons. A 6.0 is for ponds up to 15,000 gallons. A 6.3, which is a 6 cubic foot 3-inch bead filter, is for ponds 18 to 20,000 gallons. A 10 cubic foot is for ponds up to 25,000 gallons. And a 10.3, which is 10 cubic foot 3 inches, for ponds up to 30,000 gallons. I personally, I've been doing all my installs, whenever I can, I try and do a 3-inch system. Why do I like doing it? And it's not that the 2-inch system doesn't work. I have hundreds of 2-inch systems out there. But I personally, I do prefer using a 3-inch just because I can get more turnover out of a 3-inch system versus a 2-inch system. Guys, turnover is key. Turnover means taking the contents of the pond, putting it through the filter X amount of times per hour. The more times through the filter, the better. Per hour through the filter, the better. Which is why I really like to have the 3-inch, because I can push a lot more water through it per hour. But price-wise, on the 2.5, you're at, I moved over here a little because I'm trying to read. $22.59 on the 2.5, $25.49.95 on the 4.25, $29.49.95 on the 6. On the 6.3 is $38.49, and on the 10.3 is $49.44. I do a lot of these installs. I'll even travel in the winter to do installs. I take bead filter installation pretty seriously. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I will be honest in saying that we're probably one of the biggest bead filter installers in the country. We install a lot of bead filters, and I'm pretty good at it.
Another follow-up from Rob, who asked about the box shower. He said, how many tiers for an 8,000 gallon pond with an ultimate bead filter suggestion?
An 8,000 gallon pond, I mean, I would do a minimum of a minimum of a 4-tier 60-inch, and it also depends on how many fish are in there. Yeah, I mean, how much water you're pushing through. I mean, a lot of these things factored in. But at a minimum, I think what we had on our, what was our, we had a 6,000 at the store, and I had 2 60-inch systems on that one. It never hurts to have more bio. But I would put, and again, it depends on how many fish. You only have 10 fish in there, then 160 inch is going to do it just fine. You guys can see what we have in our tanks. I have 120-inch systems on our tanks, which would be basically dual 60-inch systems. And we can go over those when we go over to the big koi house, because we're going over there anyway. Good.
So Jeffrey Stevenson is asking, do you get, so going back to the debate of the media placement, Dr. Sharon's asking, do you get better flow through the baki with the media standing versus it being?
The hole in the media that we use is right down the center, and it's probably, I don't know. Let's take a walk over it. Since we're talking about let's go to a system that's actually running, and we can show you the media and we can talk about it, because we actually did it both ways in the systems inside. Starting to put all the bonsai away. You can see there's a lot less pieces out here. So this is the big koi house. If you guys haven't been on the show or watched the show, this is the big koi house. We have the old koi market sign. I'm actually going to hang it up right over the big koi tank over there. Devane, should I put it up here or should I put it back there, Michael? Over the baki shower. Put it over that. So this is the big koi house. So this house houses our Nisai, Sansai, Yansai. So 2-year, 3-year, 4-year, and 5-year-old koi. This is our big koi tank here. This is a 13,000 gallon tank. Has a 120-inch custom-made Baki shower, but it would be, for all intents and purposes, 2 60-inch Baki showers. We can fit a little bit more in there because we don't have the divider in between them. So I just decided to make larger proportionate Baki showers for these systems. But you can see here, I'll take you over here. So you can take a peek in here. Half-inch hole. See that? And guys, we house a lot of fish. So I don't know if you can see it, but on this layer, it's kind of hard to see, but on this layer here, they're actually standing up. It's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can catch that. It's kind of hard, but so this is a 3-tier. I actually had originally designed them as 4-tier systems, but the way the greenhouse is, so originally these Baki showers were supposed to go on the backs of these tanks, but because of the greenhouse, we realized that it wasn't high enough, so we had to take a tier away. And then when they came in, even at 3 tiers, it was so tight that we decided that we had to put them on the ends. So they actually were supposed to be 4-tiered systems. But these are 3 tiers. We're running bead filters in the back, and here we'll take you in the back really quick. Okay, so how I have this set up, right now I have a whole bunch of plants back here, but how I have this set up is, this is a 10 cubic foot 3-inch bead filter. Okay, and I'm running, what am I running on these? I'm running, I'm running the AP, the Artesian Pro 120s. It's a, well, that's a 1 horsepower on there. I don't know if did I do the same on all of them? Right, so what I did was a 120, but I did a low RPM. Just because quite honestly, I'm trying to save on costs and still get the turnover. So I went with what we call the Alpha Nano media in here. And then we also have the Baki showers. I do have a mix of the other media in here as well. And each one of these systems is running one of those tanks. So 1 pump for 1 tank, 1 pump for 1 tank. On the large system here, it's actually over here, I'm running 2 smaller 6.3s. And we have a very large fish load. I mean, it's the end of the season now, so my fish loads are less than half of what they were when we started at the beginning of the season. So let's come back over this way. So here is a this is a 13,000 gallon ponds, about 7 feet deep. We have 3-tier Baki shower, and it has I have 2 of the 6.3 bead filters on this. I have, I don't know, how many fish do you think are in here, Michael? 40? Roughly 40 Sansai and Yansai here, some big fish in this tank. Never, ever have an issue. But on these tanks over here, so we're talking the amount of fish that are in here right now, and you can take a look and see. I have 3 cages in here at different price points here, and it's literally less than half of what we had in here before. And we've never ever had any issues in here. So it would basically be 2 60-inch systems, and each of these has a 10.3 on it. And these are 6,000 gallon. These are 6,000 gallon tanks. So would I be confident with you, knowing you're not going to have even a quarter of this amount of fish in your ponds? I mean, I always try and stick to the 1 koi per 250 gallon rule. Okay, so that's for you for an 8,000 gallon pond. That's 32 fish. I don't know how many fish you actually have, but you can certainly run more if you had enough bio on there. But a good number for that size pond would be, 32 to 36 fish would be a decent number of fish. I think you can get away with a 60-inch Baki shower. Also, don't forget I have a bead filter. I have the 10.3 bead filter. Again, you got to do a lot of turnover on the tanks. On this one, go ahead.
I guess referring to the box I was saying, you get outdoor wind, dust, and debris. So does that play a factor?
Sure. I mean, so Scott's comment was, hey, like these are indoors. If it's outdoors, you're going to get dust and debris and leaves and all sorts of other stuff. So absolutely, it plays a factor. I would make sure 100% that if it's upon your building that you do have skimmers on it to pull that debris off. You are going to handle some debris that's not going to be in here. That being said, these fish get fed a minimum of once a day, and they get fed well. And there's a lot of fish creating a lot of waste, and the systems they're laughing at what happens in here. I don't know if we've ever had an ammonia spike of any kind or even close, other than when we initially started the systems to kick everything off and colonize the filters. But as long as you have the three most important factors of any ponds: filtration, circulation, and aeration. Okay, filtration, circulation, aeration. Anyone can make a pond look nice, but if it doesn't have proper filtration, circulation, and aeration, you're going to have problems. The pond is not going to be able to sustain itself, and you're going to get sick fish, and your water quality is going to be crap. It's just what it's going to be. So where are you going to spend your money? We have a lot of customers spending a lot of money on fish, but their filtration systems may not be up to par. It's something you have to think about as you're building your collection of fish and you're collecting these gorgeous, specimens of fish, is that you want to make sure that you have a filtration system that can handle, sustaining your ponds. I hope I answered that question. Cool. Any other questions regarding filtration? How many people are on? 34 people. So in these tanks, we do run what we call a halo system for the air. So we have a blower in the back, and it's a very different system than what you guys would normally have, which would just be aerators on each system. So all the way back in the corner up on the ceiling there, I have a big blower, and that blower is then attached, and it's a halo system that loops around the whole room. And you can show this 2-inch pipe comes around the whole room, and it's dropping down, and each tank has multiple diffusers in it, and feeds oxygen. As long as you have them all at the same height, they will all feed that same amount. Whatever is going to come out of them is going to feed that same amount in each of the tanks, as long as the air is open fully. We have valves on every one of them, and it works out really, really well for our systems. I thought today we would concentrate on the bigger fish. What I wanted to talk about. I'm going to sit down. What I wanted to talk about is the season is now upon us for buying fish in Japan. So I've already bought some fish, and I started posting some fish, and we've actually sold some fish, some gorgeous fish. Our friend Paul bought 2 of the gorgeous Goromo, Ginrin Goromo and Budo Goromo that I posted the other day. I have 4 more of those left. 2 of them I still haven't posted yet, and 2 of them are left from that batch that I posted online. I posted some amazing Ginrin Saragoi, and if you guys know, Ginrin Saragoi are super, super hard to get. I got them from Coda. They're really nice, so I'm really happy with them. We sold 1 of them already. I have 1 left. We just posted the Ginrin Karashi Goi, or the Ginrin Karashi, and absolutely gorgeous. Looks a little bit like Michael was looking at. He said look like a corn. You can see lots of fucarin in between the scales. That's the skin in between. God. So I've been posting on my Facebook page. So the Sean Coin Market Rosen page, I've started posting. Even though I'm not in Japan left yet, we're going to, Michael, my son Travis, and I are going to Japan on December 2nd. I have started making some purchases while I'm here because, quite honestly, if a really nice fish comes across my desk, I'm going to buy it because sometimes you're going to go to Japan and it's not going to be available anymore. So I know when something I'm looking for comes up that I shouldn't wait to get it, that I should get it now, because if I don't get it, then somebody else will. Right now, Japan is swamped with buyers from all over the world. The Chinese are huge. So as far as their buying power, there's a lot of Chinese coming from China that are spending big dollars and scooping up a lot of these fish before other countries can get it. So you want to get out there and either get the first round or the second round. We're going out for the second round because I don't feel like battling with all these other people that are out there because it's really annoying. And quite honestly, the fish that I get are amazing, and no one's ever complaining about the quality of our fish, and we usually wait. So we're going out in December because I've had that question come up. Why are you waiting till December? And that's why I do it. But I've been posting some of the fish, and we still have tons of fish here that are amazing, that any other time of year you guys would be happy to buy. So we're going to be selling these fish. And what I wanted to talk about is, one, we're going to Japan in December. So if you do have fish that you're looking for, let me know. Okay? We are going to try and figure out a way that we can either do the show from there. I don't know, Michael, we got to talk about this. There's a 13-hour time difference, but if you guys are willing to be on while we do a show, we may be able to actually sell some fish live from Japan. We are also working on our WhatsApp profile, and we'll have you guys signing up for WhatsApp so that we can actually post fish as we come across fish and we buy fish, and you guys can buy fish from WhatsApp while we're there. So that's another thing that we're doing. And all these fish will be arriving, I think, late December. And then they're going to go into our quarantine program, which is a 30-day program. So they go through, we'll heat ramp the greenhouse. All the breeders will have their own tanks, and we'll go through our quarantine process, and we'll discuss our quarantine process with you. We will do an unboxing when the fish come in, because we love doing our unboxings, and we'll have all you guys be a part of that. And we will, and just so you know, when fish are in quarantine, we will not bowl or net the fish. So if you want fish, they will be sold through a video that's done previously, because we will not net and bowl them during the quarantine process. Guys, if anyone you're dealing with is netting and bowling fish that are in quarantine, don't buy fish from them. You do not want to bother the fish while they're in their quarantine process. Okay? Also, and guys, whether you're buying fish from me or anyone else, make sure that they do a proper quarantine and they're KHV testing their fish with either a company like Kennebec Labs or UC Davis. You need to make sure that they're not only KHV testing, that they have upon commands the results of those tests. And you guys can always ask me to have the results of every single KHV test we've ever done for the last, 6 or 7 years. We've been doing it for a long time. Really important. There's a lot of guys out there now that are buying fish from Japan. They're bringing them back. They're throwing them in some tanks, and then they're selling them. And they're doing piss poor quarantine process. They don't have proper setups for quarantine, and they're not KHV testing. And and they don't know how to properly quarantine their fish. So these are all important things. So I'm not saying buy from us, but just make sure that whoever you are buying from is doing the right thing. So that's really important. So with that, we're starting off. How many people are on? We had 39 people on. With that, so we're starting to post fish that I'm buying. So if you guys see something you like, as I start posting this stuff, let me know. Question. Hi, Kathy. Are you kidding? I'm not only excited to go, Michael and Travis are coming with me. So I get to experience this with my family. So this is really important to me. This is my life. Like this is like what my passion, and I can share this passion with my family. I don't think there's any better thing than that. So I am ecstatic to be going, and I'm even more ecstatic that I'm doing it with the people that I love that can do it with me, you know, and love it the way I love it. So.
Scott goes after you. Do you need a Sherpa? I'll carry your bag.
Yes, we do. I've had multiple people ask if they could come. Yeah, we've definitely had a bunch of people ask if they could come with us. Not on this trip. We may do some other trips in the future, but on this trip, it's just, you know, it's a Koi market specific trip. But who knows what will happen in the future? We'll see. Any customers? Do you want to go and ask them? All right. I'm going to keep talking. So things have started to slow down. So we've actually cut down on the amount of staff at the store. So right now it's just Michael and I. So Michael may have to jet out every once in a while to go and help a customer while we're doing this. So we're going from December 2nd to the 16th. Guys, you can text me or email me. Text me at 516-547-0164, or you can email me at sales@coinmarket.com what your interests are. You can send me all your contact info, and I will make sure we'll get you included on WhatsApp, and we'll make sure that we're texting and emailing you anything that's happening, and let me know what your list is, and we'll go from there. So what happens now? So we have customers now. Everyone's ponds are closed, but you guys want fish. Well, we got you covered. So Koi Market will board your fish for the entire winter into spring. We've been doing this for years for all of our customers, and all of you guys that are on there that have purchased fish and done our boarding process and our layaway process, please chime in and say hello. We've been doing this for years, so when you buy a fish from us now, we'll hold that fish free of charge. We do not charge for boarding the fish. I'm going to have the fish anyway, guys, so we do not board for them, but once the fish come out of quarantine, they will go into a sold tank versus being in the quarantine tank. And we will hold that fish all the way through to May, and then we'll ship that fish out when your pond is open. And we also do what's called a layaway program, so you can pick fish out and you can add fish during the entire winter into spring to fill up that box, and you can pay that fish off, or those fish, over the period of time. So if you spent $1,000 and you wanted to do the layaway program and you're not shipping for 4 months, then you're going to send us a check for $250 or pay by credit card for $250 each month. I will mention, if you're paying by credit card, there is a transaction fee. If you pay by check, there is not a transaction fee. But we do free boarding, we do free layaway, and if you spend $650 or more, we do free shipping on Southwest Cargo. It's an amazing deal. I hope all of you guys will take advantage of that. I can't actually see if anyone's commenting, so I'm going to go around to the other side of the phone and see if anyone's saying anything right now. Hey, Mark. Mark is in Grand Canyon. Michelle, it is an amazing thing you do for us cold weather dwellers. I love it. Only corn market fish in my pond. Oh, thank you, Michelle. Mark, did I say Grand Canyon is Grand Cayman he's in? That's awesome. Heath, we've done this for 2 winters and have had an amazing experience. Always healthy, perfect fish. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. I'm just checking the rest of these notes here. It's going to be fun to share. Christine, you know what? I want to make you guys a part of it, and if we have to make you a part of it by doing it by video, if you guys are willing to be on there while, I mean, they're 13 hours ahead of us. So, hey, Brian. Hey, everyone. Had to miss the last 2 lives. Really missed you guys. We missed you too. Oh, my mom just jumped on. Mom, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I will ask you later. My mom jumped on. So we actually have a truck out at my mom's house right now picking a whole bunch of stuff up to come out here. They're driving it out here. I guess it'll take a day or 2 to get here. And then we had to sort through all that. So I was telling you, my dad had this huge collection of trains. So all those trains are coming here. And I have 2 train collectors that were out here in New York that are going to come out and take a look at everything. But anyway, back to koi. So the question for you guys is, do you want to see koi today? I can just show you fish holding a camera over the tanks, or I can bowl fish. If you guys are interested in starting to build up fish purchases that we can start boarding this season, I'm ready for you when you guys are. You just got to let me know. I'm happy to do it. I'm gonna move over here. We actually sold a whole bunch of the huge surrey in the last week to a customer in Florida, so we're excited. We were very excited about that. Let me move this camera up. I don't know if you can see me okay. I'm gonna start showing off these guys over here. You know what? I'm just gonna bowl some stuff, and if you guys are interested, great. So I'm gonna move this camera over, and we're going to start pulling some fish here. These guys are from the $1,000 tank. The great thing here is that, guys, again, you guys can now pay these fish off over time. I'm going to turn the air off on this corner here so you can actually see much better. Check that out. That's very funny, Joe. Hey, Jake. So you can see in this tank here we have those huge surrey actually have to get moved back because they were put in here held for someone. So those huge surrey do not belong in this tank. Just telling you guys now. But there are definitely some uniques in here. We have some very nice Deutsch Showa in here. So the Gromo and the video are $12.50 each. Two of them are already sold. The Ginrin Saragoi were $3,000 each, and the Ginrin Karashi is $4,500. So the layaway option can be, 6 months. If you want to pay the fish off for 6 months, then I'm okay with it. And guys, there's no finance charging. There's no hidden fees there. Other than if you pay by credit card, you will pay a transaction fee. I mean, that's just what it is. I don't know if you guys know this, but you know, in New York especially, everyone charges a credit card fee now. So we're now allowed to charge a credit card fee, which is something that other states are now starting to do. But anywhere you go in New York, actually any vendor that I work with around the country charges me a credit card fee. But anywhere you go in New York now has a credit card fee. They'll do a cash price and a credit card price. So things have definitely changed. But Jake, yeah, the layaway option is you want to do 6 months and split up your payments over 6 months. As long as you're paying in even payments every single month, I'm fine with it. When you stop paying, guys, and then we're holding the fish and then you don't pay for 5 months, then that becomes a problem. We do have some rules though. If you decide to back out, we are doing free boarding, we're doing free layaway. If you decide to back out of the deal, you do lose whatever money you put in. I'm just being very open and honest about it. That's how we do it. But it's been working out for many years. We've never had any complaints. Our customers, have really praised the process that we've been doing. I'm just reading through the notes here. So Michael is now coming back. So I'm going to start bowling some fish. Michael, what should we start with? All right, we're going to start with the 800s. We definitely have some uniques. Using our trusty koi sock. I got to get some more koi socks back in stock. It's on my list. If you guys don't have koi socks, definitely should get some. I saw a bowl inside. Do you know what that bowl was for? Downstairs. Brand new bowl. Okay. All right, so let's pick some fish. There's Deutsch Garomo here. I'm going to grab that. Really, I think this is a Shaku Shubai. What it is. This is called it's from Aoki. It's a Shaku Shubai. A Tancho Shako. I got it. A Tancho Shako Shubai. I also have a Deutsch Garomo in here that I'm going to grab. I think we brought it out a couple of times. Nice Deutsch Sanke, Tancho Deutsch Sanke. Yes. I know. I already said it on the show that they have to be put back over here.
No, that's for me to move back there.
Oh, those are all the ones that were sold. Okay. We'll do that today. Oh, very nice Benny Kiko here. Come on, buddy. Just picking some uniques in here. Uh, the Kuro Goshiki. This one's pretty small, but just grabbing a few here. Looking. Just grabbing some uniques, guys. Not sure if you see anything that you like, let me know. Oh, there he is. So all these fish now will fall under layaway. Yeah, we went over it. Michael just stepped back in and asked if we had talked about all this stuff, and I did go over it in length. So these guys are in the $800 tank. Today for the show, I'll go $750 on them, just because there are a couple uniques here, but these are a few smaller fish. The only one that I would stick on the 800 would be the Deutsch Sanke here. Everything else in here I would go $750 on. So you got a really unique Kuro Goshiki here, which has some really long pectorals. They're definitely a little bit on the oversized side. You have this unique Marutan Goshiki here. So it's got the tancho on the head and the pattern in the back. You have some Benikiko here. So we have this really unique Benikiko with the symmetrical motor guru black on the pectorals. And then you have this black based Benikiko. Check that out. And guys, again, this all goes into layaway. Unless you want to have it shipped now, you live in a warmer state and you can still take on fish, that's fine. Otherwise, guys, these guys can go into layaway and you can start your layaway program. So you can start paying it off and they can go and they'll get boarded for free. Right here is a very unique Deutsch Goromo. Check that out. Really nice Shiroji. Really, really cool, unique fish. The only Deutsch Goromo we have here. Water's getting cold. Very, very nice Deutsch Sanke from Aoki. Tancho Shaki Shubai. So the Shaki Shubai will have the browning in between the markings. You can see all these markings are going to start browning up. They call it a Shaki Shubai. Not too many people have ever heard that name before. Any comments? Any interests? Thank you, Joe. Yeah, Joe, you have looked at that Deutsch Garomo before. I know you have. And guys, listen, you don't have to buy fish today. I mean, it's still early on. Would we like to sell fish? Absolutely, but you know, we're just kicking things off for the season, and yeah. But there's definitely some uniques. You guys know how I feel about Benny Kikos. I love Benny Kikos. I mean, they're just, to me, they're just, I love unique. I love different. And for me, like Benny Kikos are just my favorite. I do also love Ginrin. I do love Goshiki. I do tend to buy the things that I really like because I feel like you guys like a lot of the same things that I like. I do have to remember that I'm not always just buying for me. You know, but yeah. Anyone, anything? I can start showing things off. Here's Kuro Goshiki. Today going for $7.50. Nice balanced pattern. Kuro meaning dark. This is also Goshiki, Marutan Goshiki. You can see starting to darken up around the fish. Both from Aoki. Here again is the Deutsch Garomo. There's a really cool black base Benny Kiko. Any takers before I put these guys back? You know, today was really more for me to just kind of describe like what is coming, what's happening with our show. You know, moving forwards, that the boarding and layaway programs are getting started again. Like I said, we're certainly happy to sell fish, but if you guys see anything, oh, send someone else a private message? Gotcha. Yeah, that black base Benny Kiko is awesome. All right, no one's interested in these guys. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna put these guys back. Come on, guys. You guys can always go back on our videos. Yeah.
Brian Malone said, I had a Ginrin butterfly Tuesday that Michael had picked out, and he said he just lost it to a raccoon.
No. I'm sorry, Brian. I thought your pond was kind of hard for predators to reach into. Isn't there a deck around your ponds? Thank you. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that, Brian. I do have more. If you want to get another one, let me know. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm going to just... Oh, I'm going to grab out of here. I'm going to dive into a different tank now. I'm gonna grab a couple of fish here. Big Toncho, another big Benny Kiko, and then a Deutsch Showa. This is one of the rarest fish that we have here. This is a Ginrin Deutsch Goshiki. Another Hero Goshiki. Yes, sir. You do? I am definitely happy to do it. We're just in the middle of doing a show, but I'm happy to do it another time. There's another really nice Deutsch Showa. So these guys are going for 1,000. Oh, I'm going to grab two more for you, and then I'm going to come over. Just give me a sec. So these guys are in the $1,000 cage. You know what, guys? We're done with our sales at this point. That being said, I am trying to make some room, so I will work with you. If you see something you like, I will take a couple of dollars off. You are, don't forget, getting free shipping, free boarding, and free layaway. So I will work with you a little bit, but there's some really nice fish in here. Look at this Deutsch Showa right here. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. These are from Shinoda. This is from Aoki, guys. This is like super, super, super rare. This is a Deutsch Ginrin Goshiki. Look at this. Like, very, very unique. Here is a nice Toncho Showa. This Toncho is from Tanaka. Here's a Kiro Goshiki. Very nice. Guys, you can pay this fish off. So if you're gonna get this fish in May, that's 6 months from now. So it's a $1,000 payment that's broken up into 6 payments, into small payments. So if you see something you like, now's the time to grab it, and we'll put it away for you. You can pay it off over 6 months if you're taking it in May, which would be normal for most, people opening up their ponds. Would be end of April into May. May is when I think we do the most shipping, probably. Yeah. So that's 6 months from now. So any of these fish will be broken up into 6 payments. Check out this Benny Kiko here. This Benny Kiko is gorgeous. Look at this fish. What a gorgeous fish. Any takers on anything? What do we got?
Joe is exiting the line before he buys something. And then,
Joe, it's okay.
And then Scott Jenko says it's time for me to start pulling the trigger since Joe always beats him to it.
All right. Do we have any takers on anything? Yes.
Rob Conway is asking what are the various sizes of fish that you sell, smallest to biggest.
So we have our tosai generally range in they're in the 4 to 6 range, and we have fish that go all the way up into the 30-inch range, and they vary in size and price because I have tosai that are cheaper in the $75 range, and I have tosai that are in the hundreds of dollars. It depends on the quality of the fish, and I got to be honest, we generally stay away from low budget fish.
Can you pick up the tantra show right now?
This is the tantra show. Yep.
What's the price on that?
Just remember, guys, I'm doing free boarding, free layaway, and free shipping on Southwest Cargo. I will go $900 on these. That's the lowest I will go. Unless someone wants to buy the entire bowl. Let me know, guys. We have 45 on right now. That's a good number. It's a gorgeous bowl of fish here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 8 fish here. Normally, that would be $8,000. If we took the $100 off of each, that would be $7,200. I'll sell the whole bowl for. I'll sell the whole bowl for $6,800. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous bowl of fish. No. Yes, sorry. The Tantra Showa is Ginrin, yes. It is a Ginrin Tantra Showa. Someone take the whole bowl. Thank you, Paul. All right, no takers on anything? That's okay. I mean, it's too bad if no one takes advantage. Can they ship in the spring? 100%. That's exactly what we're talking about, David. So we will ship these fish in March, April, May. When you're ready to ship them, we'll ship them. So we'll hold them free of charge. Okay, no fee for boarding. We'll ship them free shipping on Southwest Cargo, and you can pay the fish off every month. You don't have to pay it all up front. You can pay it off over time. So if you were going to take the fish in May, that's 6 months from now, you can pay it off in 6 payments. So that's $6,800 for the whole bowl. You know, that's a little over $1,000 a month. Huh? I don't want to leave these guys in there too long. It's a lot of fish in a bowl. But these are gorgeous fish. Okay, you want to add the Tancho Showa? It's yours. That's for David. Yep. That's yours. All right, congratulations. All right, any takers on anything else in here, guys? And take a photo of the Showa. Okay. Do we have any takers on anything else before we move on? Yeah, congratulations, David. That's very funny. He goes, "You just saved me an argument with his wife." That's very funny. Thank you, Brian. All right, we're gonna move on, guys. We're gonna put these other guys back. Michael, just keep it. How are you, sir?
$3,800 each?
Yes. I have smaller fish in the greenhouse next door. Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on from this tank and we're going to move over to either the other side or the big tank. All right, so take a photo of this one. And I don't know, spray. Yeah. You want to move this one now? I think I'm going to go over to these guys over here. Oh, you're very welcome. Did you guys have fun? How do they live so long? I mean, they're just, their longevity is, you know, average is probably 25, 30 years, you know.
How do they protect themselves?
I mean, those are all the factors that you can't, you have no real control over.
Right.
You know, predators can, and you could buy, you know, a $10,000 fish and it can get scooped out by a bird tomorrow. I mean, it could happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, what about, like, if we had deer on the property? Or...
The deer aren't going to bother it. I've seen deer put a hole in the liner, though, if they jump in the water.
Okay.
That could definitely happen. That could definitely happen.
And what's the difference about green? I know in Japan you said a color, but
Well,
white.
the Japanese have the Japanese have been doing this for a very long time. They've bred out the instabilities in the fish.
Do they know the temperature is?
Well, I mean, they know everything. I mean,
Yeah.
they know every little detail to create, the type of fish they're trying to create, and they're very good at it.
And you go, you said, twice a year to Japan?
Sometimes twice. All right, so guys, we're moving to the other side of the room here. I'm here. You can always call if you have questions.
I have far away, man. I mean, we've driven past Bullhard. My buddy said, he's like, you gotta take the kids to see the fishing.
It's just, it's definitely something to see. And next year we're going to have all the ponds out front.
Oh, wow.
There we start on that. So,
Very cool.
yeah. Enjoy the rest of the weekends.
You too.
Yes.
Two things. David Wentford just sent half a payment to see how easy it is, people.
Sent the payment before we even sent an invoice. Okay, I can't complain about that.
And
What, Michael? 1 second. Yes, sir.
what makes these double as good as these?
Well, actually, most of these fish were separated. They actually don't belong in this 2000, except for this one right here. Just
Like the coloration?
harder to get rarer fish, like the Tantra Kujaku. I mean, it's like one of the most sought after fish in Japan right now. Very hard to get. This Kikasui is also just a really, really nice specimen of a Kikasui. The other guys actually have to get moved over. They were put in here because we were holding them for somebody.
And generally, the larger they get, the more expensive they are?
Nope, it doesn't necessarily go by size. Body conformation plays a big part. Skin quality, body conformation, color, and pattern. So guys, we're going to grab a couple more fish here. Yeah.
He is asking, do you believe in the story of Canistro?
The 200-year-old fish. Do I believe it that a fish was handed over from generation to generation for 200 years? I don't know. I think it's a story like the Bible, I guess. I mean, no one can really. I mean, I guess maybe there's some real records of it, but my guess is it's a story. 200 years is a really long time. A lot can happen, and a lot of things can change as far as the actual story itself over 200 years. So I don't know. I couldn't answer that. And do I think it's true? I'm going to say no. But it's a nice story. Who do I want to pull out of here? What?
Another guy, Michael Brewster, replied to David's comments and saying that he sent half the payment. And he goes, I don't believe you. Do one for me to prove it.
That's funny. Just looking for some fish to pull here. Here, put the camera over here. I'm going to grab from this side. the Ginrin Showa. There's a really nice, gorgeous Asagi. Check out that Asagi. Absolutely gorgeous. We do not have a lack of gorgeous Deutsch Showa.
How much?
Oh, these guys are coming from the 1650. What a gorgeous Deutsch Showa. So, again, guys, I'm willing to work with you guys a little bit. These guys are in the 1650. We'll do free shipping. These guys are big. These guys are, for the most part, they're 20 inches plus. I mean, these guys are probably about 22. 1, 2, 3. The Asagi, the Deutsch Showa here, and the Kujaku, about 22 inch. Probably about 20 inch on this Ginrin Showa here, and probably it's about the same, a little about 19 inch on this Deutsch Showa here. These guys are going for 1650. We'll work with you a little bit, but we're looking at free shipping on Southwest, free boarding, and free layaway. So I'll hold these fish for you until you're ready to ship. You can pay the fish off throughout the entire process. You know, pay even payments monthly for the next 6 months. I'll go $1,500 on these guys. And look at this Asagi. This is Asagi female. Look at the fukurin. Each individual scale. Nice body. These are from, where are these from? Yagenji? Yeah, the Yagenji on the Asagi. Beautiful Benny in the cheeks, in the pectoral, on the belly, which is absolutely totally standard on an Asagi. Nice thick fukurin in between the scales. This Kujaku is from Shinoda. Again, nice individual scalation. Huge body on this Deutsch Showa from Shinoda. I can see more sumi coming in right here. Some more coming in around the body over here. This Deutsch Showa also from Shinoa. Really nice red Benny. Gorgeous fish. Any takers at $1,500, guys. So you can pay this off over 6 months. Something wrong?
You can't get Golden's pump started. The big one.
Oh, again?
You can't, yeah.
Which one?
The big one. The one for the filter. I told them the way I used to do it.
There's something. I was there for an hour myself. There's something going on. Like there's something stuck in the bottom drain.
He said he washed the bottom drains, he scrubbed everything off. I told him it's like I usually shut the valve, fill the pot, and then at the same time.
I'll have to talk to Michael about it. There's something going on with those bottom drains. What happens when?
Captain Karate's asking how old these guys are.
These guys are 3 years old. These are Sansai. So for today, they were $1,650. I'll go $1,500, and you do not have to have it shipped now. These fish can go into the boarding and layaway program. We will hold them for you at no charge. Do we have any takers on anything in here? Excuse me. If not, all good. We're just going to move on. Hey, Michael. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, Michael actually bought from the same batch of Asagi. Michael got one of these. I'm doing better, buddy. I'm doing okay. Thank you. How are you feeling? All right, we're going to move on, guys. I'm going to put these guys back. If you see anything in here that you like, you can always reach out to me. Not an issue. You can reach out to me, watch the show another day. If it didn't sell during the show, come back to me and I will honor the same price. Hey, Ken, how's it going? All right. Again, these guys were $1,650. They're going for $1,500. Do we have any takers on any of these before I put them back? Otherwise, we're going to put them back and move on. Again, you get free shipping, free boarding, and free layaway. We will hold the fish all the way through spring. We have 41 people, and we will hold the fish all the way to spring at no charge. We have free shipping on Southwest Cargo. Yes, Brian, we're going to do the personal shopper. We do the personal shopper always. So let us know. We are open. We'll be open during the week in the winter. Let us know if you want to do a personal shopper. And thank you for mentioning that, Brian. Guys, we do have a personal koi shopper. So you see what we're doing? While I'm taking fish, putting it in a bowl, and showing you that fish one by one. The personal koi shopper allows us to do this on a personal basis, so that we can do a one-on-one video with you at your chosen date and time, and we can show you all the fish we have. To get to our personal koi shopper, just go to the website and click on personal koi shopper, click a day and a time, and we'll meet you there. Thank you. All right, I'm going to put these guys back since we have no takers, and we're going to probably just call it for today. I don't know, what do you think? Again, if you see something you like, let me know. I can't believe no one's jumping on this Asagi. This Asagi is gorgeous.
Somebody asked for a dinner Asagi.
Ginrin Asagi,
Of that size.
a bit. Yeah, I mean, we can certainly get it. we can certainly get it. So again, guys, we are going to Japan in December, and although we do have a bunch of koi, we're always looking for special fish. We can quickly take a look at the big tank, and then we're just going to call it for today. I don't know what happened with all this food in here. Okay. So, this is our big tank. Guys, hold on one second. Yes, sir.
The little, like 75
Yeah.
dollar koi, what kind of tank do you need? How much space do you need?
I mean, they can get really big. I mean, customers do put them in a fish tank. Is that what you're looking to do?
I'm just curious what.
I mean, you need a minimum of like a 55.
How big is that?
Well, the blue tanks that are in the store, if you want in the store, the long blue ones that are all against the wall, those are 40 gallon. I mean, you could get away with a 40 gallon, but the fish are going to get big fairly quickly. So
How quickly?
they're not really meant for fish tanks. Yeah.
You have to have a pump.
Well, you don't have to, but koi are bred to have their patterns on their backs versus their sides. They're not very nice to look at from the side.
Oh,
Yeah.
how quickly does a $75 fish turn into a $600 fish?
Yeah, it depends on how much you're going to feed it, how often you're going to feed it, what kind of food you're giving.
5 years, 15 years.
I mean, it could grow out of the tank in a year if you fed it too much.
Okay.
But it's not likely. But I'm just saying they can grow quickly.
Are they the kind of fish that will keep eating until they kill themselves?
I mean, I wouldn't say that they kill themselves. I mean, they would pollute the tank to the point where maybe they're creating more waste than the tank can handle, and your filter can handle. Then that would be a problem. But they'll eat, and when they're done, they'll stop eating, and then they'll come back and eat when they're ready again. Yeah, they don't actually have stomachs; it's going to pass through them. So you just need the food to absorb in their body. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome.
What's your video?
We do a live show. So we have a bunch of people online that are picking fish while we're going through each of the tanks. We do it every Saturday. You can grab a business card up by the front desk if you want. Yeah. Thank you.
What's the size range on these guys?
These guys range from, I have a couple of smaller ones in here that I'm growing out, but these guys, most of these guys start at about 20 inches and go all the way, to more than 30 inch. The biggest fish in here is the karashi goi. Is the mukashi. Sorry, the mukashi right here. Check out the fukurin in between the scales on that fish. Each individual scale, and the body on that fish is gorgeous. Not gonna put my hands in. I gotta spray them.
How much is
The tanchos in here are, depending on which one, they're around 5,000. Very, very unique Igoromo. This is a smaller one. This is a very unique Tancho Ochiba. Nice size 18-inch Karasu in there. Price ranges generally start at 3,000 in this tank and go up from there. I do have a few that are less. I do have one fish which you guys, I've pointed out every time we do the show. Is my Benny Kiko. He's actually coming up right here. This little guy right there, who hasn't grown at all But it is not recommended to have, if you're trying to grow fish out, to put small fish in with big fish, because the small fish are just going to get pushed out by the bigger fish. But if you guys see something you like in here, let me know. There's certainly a unique way to do it, Michael. Some gorgeous Showa in here. There's one coming up from Marusei right here. It is for sale. As far as a price, I mean, I would do it for $2,000. Pretty unique fish. It's actually right in front of you guys. Has a unique pattern on it too. There, he's right underneath there. If you guys see anything in here you want, let me know. We have King Kiyutsuri in here, Kiyutsuri. I actually have a Ginrin Shiro in here too. Deutsch Showa. Showa, huh? The Ginrin Shiro's in here. Ginrin Ochiba, Kiyutsuri, Kohaku, Benikiko, Kujaku, the unique Ginrin Matsukawabaki right here. We have the Karasu in here. If we can, oh, it's right in front. There it is. See the Karasu? Just swam by. All right, so I think we're going to call it a day today. I want to thank everyone for jumping on. How many people are on? 41. We always appreciate you guys being a part of the show. You know, it's amazing that you guys, you know, stay on and spend all this time with us, and we love that you're a part of this, and you've really made this into something special. So thank you. We look forward to continuing to show you things as they progress at the store. Things, my fingers are crossed, will actually get started this coming week. On the outdoor living room area, and we'll keep you posted on fish as things progress. You know, as unique fish come up, you know, my guy in Japan is sending me stuff, so if he thinks it's something I should buy now, I'll take a look at it, and if it's something I definitely need to grab, I'll grab it. So thank you guys very much. If you're interested in anything that you saw on the show today, you can reach me at 516-547-0164. You can text me or email me at sales@coinmarket.com. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.